Hey everyone, and welcome to the club and welcome to this week's art challenge. Today I'll be fusing Iron Man with Bendy from Bendy and the Ink Machine, so let's go. Let's get started at the top of our page with the brow. So I'm going to start on the left side. I'm going to draw a slight angled line coming down towards the center. Just come down and in. Now we're going to go up towards the right side with that same angled line. Now we're going to tuck the eyes in underneath the brow. So on the left side, we're going to draw a circle with a notch taken out on the left. So let's start on the inside of the eye. Start with that circle. We're going to stop right about there and add the notch. So from here, we're going to draw a short angled line coming up towards the center of the circle. And then we're going to go back up in an angle. And we'll finish that curve going up underneath the brow. Let's take that and draw the same thing on the right. So we start at the outside of the eye, curve around. And then in, we'll stop there. We're going to draw that same notch coming up towards the center of the eye. Now, because this angle comes down, we're just going to pull this up underneath the brow. Now we're going to move up to the top and draw the edge of the head. So up here, we're going to draw a straight line from left to right, going across the middle. Now we're going to go up in an angle towards the left, and then the right. Now let's come down an angle towards the side of the head. Now we're going to connect these 2 points with a half circle coming down towards the chin. So let's start on the left side, curve down. Now I'm just going to pull my way up towards the right side. Now let's add in the mouth. From left to right, we're going to start with a straight line going across. Now we're going to come down with a slight angle. Now from here, we're going to curve up and out towards the side of the head. Now from the bottom 2 points here, we're going to connect it with another curve. Just following the same curve of the chin, going across. Now let's add in the teeth. Starting in the center, we'll start with a straight line. Now we're going to work our way over towards the left, leaving an even spaced gap. And then we'll do the same thing on the right side. Now let's move to the top and draw the inside edge of the horn. Starting from the top on the left here, draw almost like a half circle, coming down, and then back up on the right side. Now let's draw on the outside edge of the head. We're going to start on the top left here. We're going to follow that same curve of the head coming down towards the chin, just leaving an even spaced gap all the way around. Just carefully working my way back up towards the right side. Now on the side of the head, we're going to add the ear covers. Starting on the left, it's almost like a half circle going around and then in. Now directly below the head in the center, we're going to add the bow tie. So underneath the chin, we're going to draw a small half circle. Now on the left side, I'm going to curve out and then down towards the left, and then the right. Now I'm going to draw a short angle line going up and out on both sides. Now let's curve this back up and in behind the head. We're going to add a wrinkle in the bow tie. So at the top of this half circle, we're going to curve out and then down. Now we're going to tuck the body in behind the bow tie. So about halfway along this line of the bow tie, curve out the body. I'm just going to pull that in towards the center, leaving a gap in the middle. We're going to do the same thing on the right. Curving out the body, and then pulling that in towards the same height. We're going to close off the bottom with a straight line. Now in the center of the chest, we're going to add a large circle, starting from the top. And we're going to trace this out on the inside. Let's add some detail to the body. Just underneath the circle, we're going to draw a straight line from left to right. Now we're going to go up in an angle towards the left, and then the right. Now we're going to move down and add the belt line. Starting on the left, we're going to curve down, and back up on the right. We're going to step down and draw that same curve. Now let's tuck the legs in behind the body. From the left corner here, we're going to curve out and then down. Do the same thing on the right side. Now we're going to step out and draw on the outside of the leg, following that same curve, coming down towards the same height. Now we're going to overlap these two lines with a curve from left to right, going up and then down. Back on the left side, on the inside here, we're going to draw a straight line coming down towards the heel. Do the same thing on the right. Now let's draw on the bottom of the foot. We're going to start with a short curve coming down and up. Now we're going to go towards the toe. From this point, we're going to curve out and up towards the toe. Now back on the left side, we're going to draw the top of the foot. I want to draw almost like a half circle. Starting from the toe, I'm going to curve up. I'm just going to pull this down, aiming towards that inside of the heel. We're going to stop right about there. Let's do the same thing on the right. Curving up, and aiming towards that point. Now from the cuff, we're going to draw a straight line coming down towards the top of the foot. Let's add a highlight circle to the top of the foot. Up here, we're going to add an oval. And we'll do the same thing on the right. Now we're just going to add some lines across the leg. Starting on the left side, we're going to curve across and then down. Now we're going to step up, we're going to angle this downwards. Curving it down. Let's do the same thing on the right. Start with the bottom curve. Now we're going to step up and curve up and out towards the right. Now let's move back up and draw on the arms. I'm going to start with the shoulder armor first. So from that same point here, I'm going to draw an angled line going up and out. Now we're going to curve this in and up in behind the head, just around the bow tie. Now let's go back to the left side and draw on the arm. From the inside of the arm here, we're going to curve out and then down towards the wrist. We're going to step out and draw the outside of the arm, following that same curve coming down towards the wrist. Let's do the same thing on the right. Now just like we did with the boot cuff, we're going to do the same thing with the glove. We're going to overlap these two lines with a curve. Now back on left, we're just going to round out the edge of the cuff, just pulling these in. Now in between these ends, I'm going to draw a short curve going across. Now let's move back to the left side and draw on the hand. We're going to start with the thumb first. From the edge of the cuff, draw a half circle. At the end of the thumb, I'm going to draw a small bracket. Now at the bottom curve of the thumb, I'm going to come down and up around that bracket. Step down, curve down and up the second finger. And then the third finger on the side here, we're going to curve around and then in towards the end of the wrist cuff. Let's do the same thing on the right. Starting with the thumb, that half circle, and then a bracket. At the bottom of the thumb, we'll come down and up around the bracket. Step down, curve down and up the second finger, and then the third finger is going to go all the way up towards the cuff. Now I'm going to add two small ovals in behind the hand. Starting on the outside, we're going to draw an oval. Step in, draw that same size oval. Do the same thing on the right side. Now the last thing we're going to do is add those same lines across the arm. We start up above the cuff, curving across, leave a gap. We'll do that 3 times on either side. And that's pretty much it. There's our Iron Man and Bendy fusion. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. I need a name for this character, so add your ideas in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.